it's going to be so. So it looks like we might be we're going to be having India versus Aztec, LordRaphael versus Risi in this game 1 on Klondike. This is going to be a good series. So here we go. All right. Okay, so it looks like in the north of the map, in the color red, playing as the Aztecs, we do have Risi123. And in the south of the map, in the color blue, playing as India, we do have LordRaphael. So, pretty interesting matchup on Klondike. Like we said before, we do have some smaller treasures on this map, so it will be interesting seeing as the Indian player does have 2 scouts as opposed to the Aztec player. So he's going to be able to cover more of the map and get more of those small coin and wood treasures, which will certainly be an advantage for him in the long run.
Yeah, there are 2 mines, so that's okay. I'm just checking the map.
Yes, do the maps look even, Radix?
I think they are.
All right.
The mines look pretty even, although yeah, the 2 over here. This one in the middle, in the center, seems to be a bit far off.
Right. It looks about the same for Risi as well, though. So I don't know if it's going to be too big of a concern.
It might be.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Well, we can certainly do a restart if the maps are not even. Yeah, now that I... Yep. Now that you do say that, Radix, it does look like this third mine is a little bit far away. The starting hunts, which Risi is asking about, that third hunt is a little bit far away, I would say. What do you think, Radix?
I don't know. You could make the call. Like, it is absolutely doable, but you could better just rehost it. That's what I think.
Okay. Yeah, we can certainly do a rehost if that is yeah, I would say recommend a rehost. I'm certainly not saying that the players could not play with these conditions.
Yep.
But I mean, they're yeah, asking about the mines. I think it's more of the hunts. But if both players are fine with this, we can continue with it. All right, both players decided that they want to play, so we will play. And I respect that. I respect that from Risi, even if he thinks he might have a small disadvantage. Playing on anyway. I think that shows a lot of character, even if the disadvantage is not that large.
Yeah, but still it shows sportsmanship, indeed.
Right. We did see the pickup with the 40 wood from the Indian player here, and he did lay down a starting trading post. Just the war pit for the Aztec player at the moment. But in India versus Aztec, who do you think has the edge in this Civ matchup?
Normally, I would say Aztec, especially being played by Risi. However, if you ever had the unfortunate circumstance of facing LordRaphael in quick search, which I luckily haven't, but seriously, if I would see his name pop up, I should be really careful. I wouldn't even try. Oh no, I would to move into his base.
LordRaphael is a stunningly good player, and I think Risi is as well. And as you said before, he is for his Aztec. When it comes to India versus Aztec, I can't say that I'm as knowledgeable about this Civ matchup as I am with others. I'm more of a European player, European Civ player myself. But I don't think it's heavily tilted in either way. I think India and Aztec both have good second age militaries. I will say that the Indian Third Age, I think it might be a little bit stronger than the Aztecs Third Age, although I could be wrong on that. But it'll be
might even say
interesting.
considerably stronger. I mean, I think
Right.
India all needs to do is just fend off the Warhot rush, which Aztec is going to do, and then just age up, send in some Urumis and some elephants, and then
Right.
probably Aztec with its bad economy.
Look at this over here. We do have. Looks like he is going to have one down from
Yep.
the Aztec War Chief. Does have this elder elephant here, but this Aztec War Chief just has so many hit points.
Look what he says. Not on my watch.
Lord
he has
Raphael
managed to
being
lose the
cheeky
snare.
there. Yes, he is going to lose the snare. He's going to try to get his elephant away. Only 14 HP left, so he is going to have to be careful. But that does mean he's not going to be able to collect any treasures with that elephant anytime soon. But seeing as they're both getting relatively close to aging, that shouldn't be too big of a worry. And it looks like we are going to see the Wonder come down in the Indian player's base. Although the Aztec player is almost into the second age already. Looks like he used the fast age up. So we'll see what happens here. We do have the forward villager.
Yep.
And do you think we're going to see something pretty aggressive out of Risi? It certainly looks that way.
Absolutely, and that is the way to play the Aztec, and we should just really be interested in seeing how he's going to execute it, because right now he needs 250 wood for his Warheart, and because Aztec doesn't have a fast age a politician that offers 400 wood, you actually have to chop it. And as you can see, he has dropped down the Warheart, has planted almost perfectly, but still needs a little bit more wood for at least one house, because he's nearly housed. He's sending his villagers to a gold mine, so that makes me think that he's going to go for a Puma heavy rush, and has sent 700 wood. So that wood is going to provide him with the population to send in all the units he needs to take down the Wonder. And that's probably going to be the fort of the Indian player. But as you can see, LordRaphael has placed the fort not in front of his mine, but behind it. Really close to his TC.
Yes. And I think it's certainly, Raphael is certainly expecting some kind of aggressive place, kind of walling in here with his market. And as you said, putting the aggro fort very close into his base. Has done a good job hurting here. But that Aztec pressure is going to be coming soon. The warhead is very, very close. And as you said, he is gathering gold. He has 4 villagers on gold right now. So we could be seeing some Puma Spearmen.
But LordRaphael has sent the special Minuteman tag for the Indian, plus has researched hunting eagles and the second upgrade for food. And so with all his villagers already on gold, I'm thinking he's going for a fast fortress. He's not even going to contend this trade post. I mean, he's just going to leave it, and these Pumas are going to take it down. And I think he's just going to be really content with the time that is buying him that, because that makes him all the more comfortably able to age up.
And I will say, certainly the Indian player getting that economy rolling. He does have, he has the civil servants, the hunting eagles, the blanket filters, and the professional hunters.
He's got all of
the
them.
Aztec player, yes, the Aztec player does have hunting dogs and placer mines, and he's putting down this trading post. So we're certainly seeing a different build than what we originally expected. I mean, certainly not direct aggression, but I certainly like Risi's decision to take down that trading post.
And he's not aiding because he sent the Gurkhas. That's really interesting.
Does he have any other units in queue for either player? No units in queue for either player, which is interesting. Does have this 5 Gurkha, which is going to mean he's going to be able to hold off these Puma Spearmen if they try to be aggressive anywhere else. But it looks like more trading posts coming down from the Aztec player. Let's see what shipments he sent. He did send 700 wood, followed by the 600 wood. So going for something a little more economic.
Yeah, but I would have perhaps also sent the 5 villager. Does he have it? He does have the 5 villager card,
that is,
but he hasn't sent it.
Yeah, that's certainly something you'd want in... I mean, I don't think you can play, competitive Aztec and not have the 5 villagers in your deck. But we do see a second war hut coming down in the middle of the map, so really trying to assert map control here, and getting down the 3rd training post. So I don't know if
he's going for the stagecoach.
I don't know if Risi's trying to match LordRaphael economically. LordRaphael is going to reclaim this trading post here, and continuing to make Gurkha. He has 10 Gurkha now, plus the 2 Sepoy, so certainly has the military advantage. Do we have any units in queue? Still no units in... No, we do have Mace Holton in queue from Risi. So,
but that's not nearly going to be enough to face this army of Gurkha.
Oh, no. No, Gurkha certainly
just
not.
So good in second age.
Right, and these Puma just really aren't going to be able to do anything either.
Exactly, they're too slow.
But what do you think about this decision from Risi to try to kind of keep up with the Indian players' economy and go for these trading posts? I like it. I really do. I think if he had tried to go in there against the Agriport in the town center,
that it really indicates that he might be also going for an H3 play, in which we're going to see some Skull Knights, hopefully. Eagle Knights, and perhaps some Arrow Knights as well, taking down this fort from a distance.
Look at the growth of this army. He just sent the 10 Mace Holton plus the 5 Mace Holton he built. So all of a sudden, the Aztec player does have a pretty significant army here. And while the Gurkha are superior units, there are a lot of Mace Holton here.
Yep, and LordRaphael has recognized that and is moving back.
Ooh, yep, and he's going to be able to kite pretty effectively these Mace Holton. These Puma Spearmen, once again getting onto that trading post, have such good siege damage. But I think he's going to be able to deter them with the Sepoy, and especially with these Gurkha. Now bringing the elephants in to tank some damage, which is very, very good. But in come more Puma Spearmen.
At least one elephant down. And he is committed to getting the other elephant as well, but I would actually just move those Pumas back.
But LordRaphael is popped. He's at 52 out of 50 population, laying down a house now, but coyotes are coming out from the Aztec player. And now the Aztec player certainly has a pretty big advantage here. He's going to lose some of his
LordRaphael is in trouble right now. Oh, but 3 Hussars popping up.
Oh, the 3 Imperial Hussars, and he needs to get those Puma Spearmen back, but they're already engaged with the Sepoy, and they're just going to melt through these coyotes and these Mace Holton. Oh, that's an excellent shipment by LordRaphael. Going to lose one of them, but they are going to be taking so much damage from those Mace Holton.
And the timing's so perfect.
Oh, yep. In come the Puma Spearmen, though, but those Imperial Hussars really doing a lot of work there. Maybe not as much as LordRaphael wanted, but certainly going to deter these Mace Holton, and it defended his Gurkha from those coyotes. So, really nice job by LordRaphael. 2 more
and
coyotes.
And here you can see that he has kept most of his Gurkha, and oh my god, Risi has got only a few Mace left. 3 coyotes. Has sent probably another shipment from Mace Holtons, but that is not nearly enough to deal with this army.
Right, and if we look at the recalculated economic unit population, it is 39 to 35 in favor of LordRaphael. So, certainly...
Stagecoach has been researched. So he is getting a lot of eco from the Stagecoach.
Right, and LordRaphael did build this trading post at the bottom of the map. This one did get taken down by the Puma Spearmen. But just looks like, what else do we have in queue? Oh, we do have the 4 Sawars coming in. And it looks like he's making Zambrax as well.
Why? To fight off the coyotes.
Yes. So I'm really liking. And look at this massive coyotes here. So those Zambrax, if he can use them effectively, certainly will pay off.
Yeah, together with the Sawars, this is going to be really difficult for Risi to deal with. I think,
especially since LordRaphael also sent Camel Attack.
I think Risi should be looking into an opportunity to sneak in a fast H between. Oh, but did he H with the fast H politician?
Yep,
Do you
he
know
used it. He already used that for the second H, getting up there so quickly. Looks like LordRaphael might be looking to poke in on this base that he's built. 3 war huts here. So certainly a lot of infrastructure here for the Indian player to go through, and he doesn't have a lot of siege in this army at all. Only has those 2 Sepoy from the age up. But more Zambrax coming out and rebuilding that trading post. So Stagecoach coming in and providing an economic benefit for both players, but that's certainly not what the person who purchased the Stagecoach wants. He wants to have all of those.
I think it was Risi. Yeah, look at it. He's got 3 TPs, and
Right.
LordRaphael seems to be fully committed to the H2 play because he has sent camo attack. And look at this mass of Gurkha. I think they're going to try to get the 3rd TP down.
Yep, and he also got the 4 settlers, which is just going to make his economy that much stronger. It's now 48 to 39 in favor of the Indian player. Although he is starting to run out of food in his base, we do need to point that out. But and it looks like the Aztec army finally going to be moving in here. A lot Mace Holton and a lot of Puma Spearmen. Those Puma Spearmen could just melt through a building if they wanted to. But those Zambraks going to try to get on the Coyotes. Going to try to get some good shots in. The Soar's coming in as well. But in come the Puma Spearmen. They're just going to melt through those Soars. The Gurkha need to get into the fight and take out those Puma Spearmen, as do these 10 Zambraks up here in the north of the map. But those elephants, look how much damage those elephants are tanking at the moment from those Puma Spearmen. But these Zambraks are gonna get caught in the. Oh, he's getting caught in the edge of the map, and look at all of those Gurkha going down from those Coyotes. I don't know why LordRaphael is not bringing these Zambraks in to help with the fight.
Yeah, he's got splitted up, and that was probably intentionally done by Risi. He's done that really well. Look at them; they're just stuck in this forest. They can't escape, and he has managed to do the unthinkable. Look at it; the military unit population is just
wow, it's just
entirely
melted
into his favor.
And I wonder if those 10 Zambraks had been there, you know, of course, maybe they wouldn't have won the fight outright, but it certainly might have been a little more even if LordRaphael had brought those units. So I don't know if that was intentional or if that was just a little bit of a miss micro on LordRaphael's part, but certainly looks like, and he's gonna get sandwiched by these Coyotes, and once those Zambraks get into melee combat, they're not nearly as effective, and they're not gonna be able to kite effectively.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Seeing this twice happening, I mean, this makes me think that Risi is really doing this intentionally. He's separating the army, splitting them in 2 parts, and then, indeed, as you said, sandwiching them exactly at the right moment. I mean, this is just really high play.
Right. And, you know, I don't want to overplay the effectiveness of the Zambrak. While they are good, they're still only an H2, you know, below average ranged cavalry units. So not able to be as effective on those Coyotes as, you know, perhaps another unit would be, like a Dragoon or a Reuter. But yeah, just a very decisive win for the Aztec player. Although, look at how quick LordRaphael has rebuilt part of his army. Has 20 Gurkha already made. That's pretty impressive from LordRaphael.
Thank you very much for this donation, I think. I did hear the message, but...
Oh, did we get a donation?
Yes, but the message didn't show. I'm terribly sorry.
Oh boy, we've got a mess here in the left side of the map. It looks like LordRaphael's big supply of villagers has been found. So Risi is going to know where those guys are gathering, and LordRaphael has rebuilt his army, but his villagers are going to be very exposed out here. More Pumas coming out from Risi, and it looks like we're going to have another big fight here over these villagers.
Yeah, if he cannot move those villagers back, and this could be the game. This could be decisive.
Yep, but he will be able to use those villagers to soak up damage and help him in combat, which is something that a lot of players don't do. Obviously, you'd never think to, oh, look, big raid here by the Indian player. Yep. So it looks like both are fighting over this hunts. Hunts are getting scant on both sides of the map. Yep. And boy, this is starting to get very, very close for both players. Ooh, what do we have coming down here? We have a castle coming down from LordRaphael to protect this hunt. Wow. And right next to these war huts, too.
But still, that immense trade that Risi managed to force on Raphael is still doing its work. And I don't know what the Coyotes are doing down on bottom.
I was going to say, if they go a little farther south, they are going to have about 15 villager kills, but they're just kind of standing there.
Has he forgotten about them? Could he?
I don't know how you forget about that many Coyotes.
No, seriously.
Like
why are they still standing there?
I have no idea why they're standing there, but he really needs to get those involved, especially in this fight here in the north of the map. They would do great against this many Gurkha and this many Zambrak.
Exactly.
And Mace Holton I don't think they're going to be enough.
They probably will be.
Oh, but look at how many...
versus... Oh, but there's another batch of supply troops over on the side.
Oh,
with Gurkha and Soar mixed in.
Yep. But look, he's blocking off those Soar with the Puma Spearmen, although the Gurkha are going to try to single them out. But just look at how many villagers the LordRaphael has lost. But on the other hand, he is going to clean up this Aztec army effectively. And I wonder, again, what would have happened if Risi had brought this army to bear?
Absolutely, yeah. But even though, you will still be able to take care of this mess, I think.
Oh yeah, I think the Indian player by far has an advantage, and he's lost some villagers, that's to be sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, to clean up this many mace, this many Puma, and this many, coyotes, which, mace Sultan and coyotes do cost wood. So, it is, and since wood is the slowest gathering resource, it's going to be a little bit harder to resupply those.
Oh my
Aztec units suck, GG from Risi, and that is going to be game 1 from LordRaphael, and I'm so confused about this smaller army in the bottom of the map.
He must have forgotten about him, and they might have been game changing actually. And
they're mostly
thank
Puma
you for the
Spearmen.
donation, Mongo Billione, for the $2. And
yeah, wow.
As you know, these donations are extremely important for the next tournament, and so really welcomed by us all at ESOC. Thank you, Mongo.
Yeah, taking a look at the post game here. Definitely, if we look at the resources, it was pretty close, only a 3,000 difference. But boy, the military just kind of went up and down. If you look at the military unit count.
Grid smile dash Sheffy.
Oh man, look at this military unit count. We have a huge drop from LordRaphael at around 13 minutes, and then we have another huge drop from Risi at about 17 minutes. So both players had decisive military defeats, but it seems like LordRaphael was able to recover a little bit better than Risi was.
Yeah, just to interrupt you, thank you Song Hyun Dok and Aisha. He has told me that I should click on Risi, and yeah, thank you. Good point. Before he goes bankrupt, I should really take care of correcting the scores. And so, did you donate $2 to give a 2-0 to Risi? Was it that?
What was that?
No, I'm just asking to Song Hyun Dok.
Okay. So as we go...
Oh. Yeah, go ahead.
Kaiser Klein's asking if you would mind updating the score.
I have.
Okay, awesome. And then we are going to get into this game too. That does mean that LordRaphael will have first pick.
Thank you, Mongo, for the next donation.
Okay. Thank you, Kaiser Klein, for letting me know. I will be sure to keep an eye on the Discord just in case. Thank you very much.
I think Risi could have gotten that battle if only he had used those coyotes to either kill those miners in the corner or to attack the battle in the north. What do you think?
Yeah, it's hard to know since most of those were Puma Spearmen and there were a lot of Gurkha. I don't know if they would have won it, but they certainly would have done a better job of taking care of those Soars that killed all of those Mace Sultan.
And Risi microed his Pumas really well, even put them in cover mode, retreating them just at the right time. But as you said, they might have been able to give that extra assistance to his Soars in the battle with the Soars. And after killing all the Soars, those Gurkhas would have been absolutely just massacred.
Yeah, it was certainly an interesting game. Both kind of seemed to forget about a portion of their armies there at the moment, because we did have that earlier with LordRaphael and the Zambaraks. Are you going to enter the lobby, Radix?
Oh, sorry, I was distracted by Mongo's messages about Haza.
Oh, Mongo, what are you doing? What are you doing?
He's donating a lot of money.
Well,
Thank you,
goodness.
Mongo.
Well then, Mongo, you say whatever you want to say. I will certainly not oppose donations. But thank you very much, Mongo, for your donation. But But it looks like LordRaphael is going to pick Russia as his civ.
Another Rush civilization. Yeah, what could Risi put against that? I mean, Aztec is his best civ.
Yeah, LordRaphael has confirmed Russia. So Risi, let's see what Risi decides to pick here. Risi, your pick. Thar Desert, yes. Thar Desert is the one with no trading posts. And we do. I will remind the chat that Malaysia and Indonesia have both been vetoed, so we will not be seeing those maps. But the second map is Thar Desert, and it looks like Risi is going to go for the Russian mirror. Interesting. This is very interesting indeed. But just waiting for LordRaphael to click in. And game 2 between LordRaphael and Risi123 is going on Thar Desert. Certainly going to be an interesting game here. The score is 1-0 in favor of LordRaphael. All right. All right, so in the northwest of the map, in the color red, playing as the Russians, we do have Risi123 with the 200 wood start, and then the 200 wood start here as well. In the south of the map, playing in the color blue as the Russians, we do have LordRaphael. The hunts seem pretty even, so all is good there.
The police once stopped Haza in his car. He left them go with a woman.
And once again, the hunts on Thar Desert, you really only get 2 close hunts, seeing as this is a pretty barren map. So they will have to go a ways to get that 3rd hunt. Thank you, Mongo, once again for your donation. And looks like we have the 200 wood start coming. Looks like the house and the market coming down from Risi. Just the house so far from LordRaphael has not collected his 100 extra wood. Putting 2 villagers on coin right away. That tells me that he might
also building a market.
Yep, and since he does have 2 villagers on coin, I suspect that LordRaphael is going to be going for the market as well, especially since he got this villager to go out and collect that 20 coin treasure. It looks like we're having a big, ooh, look at this, 90 wood being found by LordRaphael. And barely takes any damage on that Explorer. Very nice job by him. And looks like Risi did find the 85 wood. So both very good wood treasures for both players. So
Risi has clicked in on the hunting dogs?
Yes, he has. The market just going up for LordRaphael. So the upgrade coming in a little bit sooner for Risi. But LordRaphael will get this upgrade as well. We do have a Russia mirror. What do you think about this? Uh-oh. Ooh, look at this. Look at this, Radix.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, fight to the finish.
Who's going to take it? Oh, he just gave up.
Take it. Gonna take that 30 XP. Certainly not a huge treasure, but I always get excited about treasure contentions. LordRaphael saying it's a bit laggy. I'm not seeing any lag on my end. Let's see.
Me neither.
Is Risi experiencing any lag? Doesn't seem like we had any lag the first game. Hopefully we'll just continue and hopefully it mellows out a little bit. It doesn't look they're getting delayed too much on their commands. But what do you think about this game, Radix? A Russia mirror.
I think we had one before, and it was slightly lopsided because of the skill level difference between the 2 players. But what we saw in that game is that the person who has more Cossacks wins this matchup. So I should be really interested to find out who's going to build an FP, who's going to age up faster, and who's going to have all the more Cossacks and force the battle on the other person. And as we can see, Risi has clicked in already. Is a slightly faster, a few seconds before LordRaphael. And
yes.
that might actually mean that LordRaphael is opting not to build a block hut, a forward base near Risi's, because as you can see, Risi has sent the villager.
But so has
and the villagers are going
LordRaphael.
to meet each other. They're going to see each other. Look, they have spotted each other.
But it looks like LordRaphael, he might just be going to herd in these elephants. I'm not sure if he's. Oh,
he
is Risi gonna be cheesy?
Oh,
he's gonna try to herd those elephants away. Oh, it looks like LordRaphael's just gonna say no to that and just put up a blockhouse. Which I think is a good idea. Certainly on Thar Desert, you have to be very conscientious about your herding since there is not a lot of food. And it looks like the second blockhouse is coming down for Risi. Did have to send out another villager to go do that, but LordRaphael is going to be able to see that. I'd like to see him start sieging on this blockhouse, which I think he's going to do right now. Yes. So looks like we're going to see maybe similar strategies from both players. Let's see if they've got any upgrades being researched. Nope. Well, looks like Risi's going to go for the first age coin upgrade, the placer mines.
I'm a grown-up man.
And Risi has reached the second age, as has LordRaphael. Both look like they went with the quartermaster, got the wood. Risi does have 3 villagers on coin, as does LordRaphael. So very similar build orders at this point in the game.
Yeah, and both queuing up musketeers, both building a house at practically the same time, both herding the animals, the elephants back. I mean, the only difference really is that the block hut of Risi has lost about 700 HP, and that is maybe
very
enough.
big.
Yeah, to make that
Look,
difference.
5 musks coming out from both players.
At practically the same time. Losing one musk.
Looks like both explorers are on very low health. Doesn't look like the Russian explorer will go down. LordRaphael's is going to go down though.
No, this battle, this tiny battle, is in favor of Risi. Both Cossacks coming out now, but look at LordRaphael's Cossacks. Where do you think they're going?
I do not know. Maybe looking to go. He might be looking to go raid on these elephants. Maybe he sees this dead elephant here, or might just raid up to his base.
Yeah.
Risi, what is Risi doing with his Cossacks? He's just kind of marching his Cossacks around with his musketeers.
Yeah, but if he would just attack these 4 musketeers, he would win that battle.
Yeah, certainly. The economic unit population is exactly the same, and it's 10 to 9 military unit population. Let's look at the text completed for both players. Both players have steel traps, although Risi does have placer mines. Units in queue. LordRaphael does have more muskets in queue, while Risi does not. And it looks like those Cossacks are going to come back. Did he get a villager kill? I don't think so.
No, I didn't get any idle time either.
Wow.
And
so yep. Both players doing a good job hunting or gathering their hunts in their base.
Yeah, they're so close. Look, the only difference is that one musketeer that died.
Look at this. Look at this, though. Risi has sent the 13 Strelet. Yep. Oh, and LordRaphael sent the wood to his forward blockhouse.
Forward 700 wood.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is not good at all. Gonna try to get his army in. Hopefully he can.
Loss.
Oh, that is.
I mean,
that is huge.
That tiny mistake. That would make all the difference now. Because
and more muskets coming out though. Although he is going to try to. Oh, gonna get some damage on his Cossacks. Gonna try to micro here a little bit, but Risi's gonna be. It looks like Risi's gonna take this fight.
Yeah,
with those extra Strelets making all the difference.
Yep, the added Strelets are just taking care of these musketeers.
Right.
No matter how good you are in micro, I mean, you cannot just defend this. Even, what do you think of these villagers? I mean,
sending these villagers to fight is certainly interesting. Is going to lose some though, but those Minutemen have been doing good work.
Yeah.
This looks like that's going to be a GG from LordRaphael. A quick, decisive Russian mirror that goes to Risi.
Yeah, but you know, as soon as you realize that your card, the 7 on the wood, has been sent to your forward base and it is under attack and your enemy sees it, then you know you have that feeling deep in your gut, that feeling like, oh my god. See?
And it's such a small thing as well.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, he was able to get those 13 Strelets out there, and I think that made all the difference. Hopefully, we'll have to ask LordRaphael. Hopefully, the lag did get better as the game went on. I think it's just maybe a temporary thing, seeing as we didn't have any complaints of lag in the first game, and everything seemed pretty good there.
Well, did you notice what Risi said? Like,
what did Risi say?
These two players are at such a high level that they actually can predict what's going on with the enemy. And so he's actually saying like, yeah, I saw your Cossacks and I saw your 7 on the wood, and it is then for me go time, because I know you haven't sent the Strelets, which I have, and all I have to do is just push in, move in, and take that wood. And so fantastically played, really well executed by Risi, and this is what I really meant. Huh? Thank you for the donation. This is what I really meant by Risi being a really competent player. Both of these players are almost equal in skill, and the only difference is that Risi is slightly better with Aztecs. Right.
And when you say, you know, both of these levels are equal in skill, that is high praise, because, you know, we are talking about LordRaphael here. This is the LordRaphael who, you know, not too long ago, well, maybe it was a little while ago, he was the one to beat H2O 5-1. So we're not, you know, when we say on the same skill level, we're talking, you know, very, very high tier.
Yeah, absolutely. And realizing this now, I might be reconsidering that comment, but in my eyes, Risi is just one of the top tier players. Let's see what the chat thinks. Easy for Risi. Well, I'll take that.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, but indeed, I remember now. Yeah, LordRaphael won that tournament. Yeah.
And I think that is to date the best series I've watched. I think that was casted by Interjection and Wicked Cossack. Just a very entertaining series. But yeah, so I think let's see, let me check to make sure which is the next map we will be playing on. I want to make sure, because I think the next map in the pool would be Malaysia, but that has been vetoed by LordRaphael. So would we move on to Fertile Crescent?
I think Iowa, unless they vetoed that one.
No, they did not veto Iowa.
Okay. So they don't have the version which is needed, actually.
Oh, do they not? So certainly an interesting series so far, going 1-1. Yeah, I didn't expect. See, I don't know a whole lot about Risi. He's a player that I've just now been watching, and I think you're correct in saying that he can certainly give LordRaphael a run for money, and LordRaphael certainly been around a very long time. Has certainly proven himself in previous tournaments. So this is an exciting series, to be sure.
But the Twitch chat is indeed correcting me in saying that Risi is not as good as LordRaphael. But you know, let me just be convinced of myself and say like Risi has, at least in this game, in this mirror, shown to be the better player. And that might be surprising to all of us, but not to me. Like, I have played with him before, and he is just amazing.
And of course, you know, and the Twitch chat might be absolutely correct. I'm sure the Twitch chat is full of many knowledgeable people.
Yeah.
But we have seen upsets before. I mean, even LordRaphael, bringing back that H2O versus LordRaphael Autumn Championship game again. H2O had beaten LordRaphael 5-0 in the previous tournament. So, upsets certainly happen. They're certainly possible. Not saying that's what's going to happen. LordRaphael is certainly an excellent player. So, but upsets do happen.
I'm really excited for the next match. Like, if Risi is going to choose British, then he might actually win this.
Right.
British is also one of his main civ.
Yeah, and it looks like he is going to pick British here with his pick. Now, LordRaphael does get the counter pick here, which is going to favor him quite a bit. I'll be excited to see what LordRaphael decides to go with.
Well, on Iowa, let me take a look. I think...
Oh, LordRaphael's going to pick Aztec.
On Iowa, yeah, you could. Has a lot of food, almost 50k. 3 trade posts. And, well, that's quite ballsy, don't you think so? Like to play Aztec versus Risi?
LordRaphael, I like it. I think it's going to be very interesting. And this matchup, while only 2 games in, is certainly shown to be an interesting matchup. Just waiting for Risi to click in here, and we will be seeing an Aztec versus British on Iowa.
Which is really difficult, actually. But it's almost like LordRaphael is telling Risi, yeah, like, you won once, but I'm going to beat you at your own game. Like, I am better at Aztec than you are. And
yes, that's very true. I mean, LordRaphael has certainly proven himself and certainly shown he's a good player. And so I think he has every right to be confident. But yeah, we just need Risi to click in here. I don't know what is keeping him delayed, but hopefully he'll click in soon. But Aztec versus British, it's certainly an interesting matchup. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Aztec go aggressive here. I know Risi was a little bit more conservative and economic in the game 1. But we'll just have to wait and see what LordRaphael does and what Risi does in response to it. We say that Risi is very good with Aztec, but LordRaphael has played British quite a few times, and he is someone who is very adept at playing the European civs. So he'll certainly know the strategies that Risi could be using as well. So,
yeah, exactly. If you know a civ that well, like I know Dutch really well, so you instantly recognize what another player is doing, and so just by walking by his town center, you can actually see and realize what he's doing. So
exactly.
I'm thinking LordRaphael is going to rush him in H2, and Risi is trying to counter him with a Musk and cavalry mix, I think.
Well, we do have 3 training posts on this map, so it'll certainly be interesting to see what they do there. But this is game 3 of LordRaphael between Risi123, and in the north of the map, in the color red, playing as the British, we do have Risi123, and in the south of the map, in the color blue, playing as the Aztecs, we have LordRaphael. Looking at the hunts, hold on a minute. Yeah, it seems like they both have 3 hunts, although it looks like they're both on this side for LordRaphael rather than one on each side of his TC. But the hunts still seem relatively even. He does have the pronghorn herd and the bison herd. I don't think that'll be too bad for LordRaphael at all. The distances seem pretty similar. Risi gonna lay down that house.
Well, I have to interject, if I may.
Yes, of course.
As far as I am concerned, this hunt should be over here. And I do not like the placement of the mines either. And so, should we tell them?
We certainly can, if the map is a little bit imbalanced.
Come on, Risi. People want you to win.
So just want to make sure that the hunts are equal for both players. It is interesting that there is no hunt on here for this side for LordRaphael. I think, is he missing the hunt, or is the hunt just in the wrong spot?
In my opinion, it's missing. But if LordRaphael doesn't mind,
yep. I say we just be safe and we do a rehost. Just because, you know, I'd like to make sure that it stays fair, and certainly we weren't too far into the game, so I'm sure both
it might be
players
that
will
this
mind.
hunt should be over here. But
Yeah, I think he is missing one on the left side.
Yeah. It's a bit far away.
Yep. So, well, that's no problem. You know, just want to ensure that, of course, both players have the same amount of hunts and have the same chance. But we will have the same matchups on the same map. Still game 3 in this series. So we will be going into that very shortly. In fact, right now. All right. All right, let's hop into this match. And we are reloading game 3. We apologize, everyone. The hunts seemed a little bit unfair for the Aztec player. All right.
Well, people more knowledgeable than I am do say like it seems to be fine, but to me, as far as I'm concerned, for the blue player, this looks far more even than the other type. Look, red has 4 hunts, evenly spaced, and blue as well. I think the mines are perfectly symmetrical.
Yep. So the map does look
This
good.
is much better. Yeah, and with
So
one in the
in the
middle.
north of the map, in the color red, once again we do have Risi123 playing as the British, and in the south of the map, in the color blue playing as the Aztecs, we do have LordRaphael. We will see the wood starts maybe a bit different. All we saw was Risi put down the house in the last one. But we shall see what happens.
Yeah, this map has spawned without any native warriors. Only 2 dogs. And
Really?
That is actually very different from the last time.
Interesting.
And
Ooh, look
if
at
you
this here.
have the native warrior, like Sompo had last time, yesterday, then you can actually use that to deny the FP. And that is why he was pretty pissed at my offering of a rehost. But this time, there is no native warrior, however 2 dogs. But I think 2 dogs are quite fine. I mean,
Yep.
even
And
it's
those
nice
two
to have
dogs
them.
are, yes, and they are going to be able to offer the British player a lot more scouting potential, especially since he only has that 1 scout to begin with. Looks like LordRaphael is going to pick up 90 coin. That's going to be great for him. That's such a great treasure. It's only guarded by 2 wolves, and it's 90 coin. It's a very nice treasure, to be sure.
I don't know how Risi is doing it, but he is donating while he's playing. I mean, that's just...
Well, thank goodness we have a 2-minute stream delay, or else I'd be worried that he might be stream sniping. But yeah, thank you, Risi. You are the world's best multitasker.
Indeed.
So
remember last time Aztec put down a trade post. This time both of them don't. I mean,
but it looks like Risi did go with the double manor.
Yeah.
And just the war pit and the house for the Aztec, which is pretty standard. It looks like he's left about 60 wood on the floor. Not exactly sure what he's going to be using that for. But both players continuing to scout out the map. And I think LordRaphael might pick up another 40 coins, so he's going to have 130 stage. And although, Aztecs don't use coin as much as other civs, since the majority of their units cost wood, still a good pickup for him.
It's going to help him with a possible Puma rush.
We could certainly see something like that. And what other treasures do we have? We have the 60 wood here, guarded by the 3 wolves. We have 90 food, guarded by 2 black bears. I'd really like to see LordRaphael maybe convert one of those and get that treasure. And then we have the 90 food, guarded by 2 wolves. That's another great treasure pickup that isn't going to cost a lot of damage.
But Risi has found the 60 wood, arguably one of the best treasures for Brit to find on this map. And Aztec, I don't know, Aztec is moving in. Probably he has scouted it and seen the wolves move.
There is one more wolf there, so he might be able to reach it in time. Yep, and especially since Risi's taking his time kiting this, making sure to take as little damage as possible. But he's going to go around the trading post rather than just going right in.
So he hasn't seen it.
Nope, he has not seen that. But he's going to get the 60 wood there. Although he will probably come across this 90 food. And is going to come across this British explorer trying to gather in that hunt. Putting a manor down there for the scouting.
Yeah, really nice herding.
Yeah, but this British explorer is so close. I don't know if he's going to try to go for that treasure. It doesn't look like it. But we aren't seeing... Oh, looks like LordRaphael is going up with... Both players are going up to the second age. Although Risi... I don't know if he clicked in with the fast age or not, but Risi is almost up to the second age as well.
Yeah, so LordRaphael...
Looks like he did not go to the fast age.
He did. This is the fast age politician. So he's going to age slightly faster. But
how did Risi get up so quick? I must have missed that. But
do you see it?
Yep. The 3 villagers coming down from the Aztec player. I'm going to try to put this on the right side. Although he does have this manor here, so he might be able to scout some of that. A good placement by Risi. And yeah, looks like he's going to try to track down this explorer here with these 2 dogs. But wow, they're putting that in such a sneaky little corner here. And I think this is a good play by Aztec. I think certainly an aggressive build is something that will work against the British if it's fast enough.
And Risi has donated again.
What? How is he doing that?
He's stating that he can do many things while playing.
Oh goodness!
Literally just taunting LordRaphael to do whatever, and saying like, come at me, bro. I can deal with it.
Did you make sure to set the score 1-1?
Yep.
Okay.
Doing it right now.
Awesome. Looks like we do have 2 houses coming out for the Aztec player. Are there any units in queue?
Not yet.
We do have Hussars coming out from the British player, along with Puma coming out from the Aztec player.
Oh.
Wow. Interesting.
Wrong list. So he has got 1 Hussar in queue. And indeed, what you said.
And then Puma's coming out, which, if he comes out with straight Hussar and Risi is doing what you said and going with the Hussar, this might be good for LordRaphael.
Are you sure? Yes. Yeah, Puma is coming out.
Yep. He does have 5 Pumas coming out, and he still has 3 Vils on gold, so it doesn't look like it's going to go down anytime soon. And he's going to have that war chief nearby.
It's going to be useless.
Yeah, and he's just going to lose that Hussar immediately, and maybe lose some of these Vils. Oh, look, out come the Tain Mace Holton as well. And the 5 Hussar are going to try to come into this Aztec base, but LordRaphael has done an excellent job keeping everything close to his town center. And, let's see if he notices. Looks like he is going to notice. The warrior priest might go down.
It is. He's going to lose his warrior priest. Oh my god.
Oh, but still, look at here. Look in the British player's base. Those Pumas are going to do a very nice job, especially since 5 are coming up the map. And he only has Hussar putting up an emergency barracks now. But, this doesn't look good for the British player. Especially since those Pumas, do so much siege damage. Let's see what he tries to siege down here. The Hussar are coming back up the map to reinforce.
Yep.
Is there anything else coming out from the war hut? Nothing in queue at the moment for either player.
He's doing a really good job at keeping Talakotsin alive. His warrior.
Ooh, I see now. Yep. The 6 longbow came out as a shipment. So it looks like it's been 3 villagers, 700 wood, 6 longbow versus 3 vills, 700 wood, and 10 mace sultans. So pretty comparable builds. And 9 mace sultans coming out.
Yeah, I don't know how he's done it, but he's really effectively been able to push off this rush. And at this moment, Aztec has no other option to just siege these houses. But really, what does it matter? I mean, just a few bits of wood, and you know,
I will say
he's
though,
got the villages anyways.
I will say though, those 6 longbow, and you know, he's got 5 more joining now, so he does have a significant amount of longbow. But if LordRaphael is able to get some coyotes out, it might not be so good. There are so many Puma here that, you know, he could melt through military buildings, he could melt through outposts, but yeah, certainly right now, and looks like he's going to go for that 90 food. I really like that, using his army to get that treasure. And that 90 food is certainly going to be a big help for him. The economic unit population is actually dead even at 2424, which is really interesting. 5 coyotes coming out now. Those were made. Those were not a shipment. But what do you think right now? Who is in the better position?
I think Risi is. He's totally popped. That is one disadvantage because of these houses being sieged down. But at this moment, he's slightly ahead in resources, and this army he's got is very capable of dealing with the army that LordRaphael can throw at him. Like if only if he can deal with these pumas, which he can if he sends his minutemen, he's going to clean up. There are the minutemen, and there we have it. Yep.
He's going to drive them away.
And it's probably going to lose a lot of Mace Halton over here.
Oh, the Pumas are coming in to help, though. Yep, he is going to lose his war chief, which is going to be bad. But more coyotes are coming out. So if he can take care of those Hussar, those longbows are going to be very vulnerable.
These Mace
and in come the Pumas. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure that Risi has the definite advantage here. If he's able to take out this Hussar, you know, and he can get those coyotes into the back against those longbows, it's certainly, you know, he could melt that army pretty fast. But in come the Pumas against the Hussar now, and he's continuing to ward off the Hussar, and in come the coyotes against those Minutemen and the Musketeers and the longbows, and all of a sudden this looks very in favor of the Aztec player. Oh no, this is not looking good at all. Oh, this isn't looking good.
Yeah.
And 6 Pumas coming out.
The units for Risi seem to be misplaced a bit, but Risi is saying like this lag is causing it. He's probably tossed them, but the units didn't move like he wanted to, because at first it looked really comfortably in his favor. But yeah, as you said, the cavalry didn't move away from the Puma. That as well, yeah.
LordRaphael holding the opinion that his army was better, and I would say that it was. You know, even with the lag, with the 6 Puma coming out and the coyotes, but whether it was lag or not, certainly a good play by both players. It will be 2-1 in favor of Risi. And interestingly, though, that we've had 2 separate games with 2 different players having troubles with lag, while the other player has not had trouble with lag as well.
Yeah, but
that's certainly very interesting.
Has made 21 Pumas. 21. Yeah. I mean, think about that, right? 21.
Yeah, I don't know. I was really, and you know, Risi of course is a great player, but I was kind of underwhelmed by the British economy there, that it was dead even with the Aztec economy, even though, you know, the Aztecs certainly went with a very aggressive build order. I thought he would have more villagers. Maybe that's just me misreading it, but either way, certainly a good game and a good micro by LordRaphael in that last fight to get on those Hussar and to certainly get those coyotes into the back line against those Minutemen and those longbows. Certainly very damaging for the British player. And do you think the British player maybe was a little bit too aggressive going out with that army, or?
Slightly. LordRaphael is indeed saying like his army was better. However, if only he could have moved his Hussar away from the Puma in time, and he's claiming that the lag forced him actually to fight the battle against the Puma, and that can easily happen. Like you see the Puma moving in and you click away, but the Hussar just don't react in time, and they get snapped by the Puma, and then all of a sudden you just stood there with no hussar and literally your entire army gone to waste simply because of the lag, and that's quite possible. And very unfortunate.
Most certainly. Yeah. And of course, you know, lag does play a big part of it. At the end of the day, though, I think LordRaphael, you know, does make a valid claim that his army was better than the British player's army. I mean, maybe Risi was a little bit overconfident. Maybe he thought that he had the 6-minute men in there. They were a little more effective than they actually were after their HP had been drained. I don't know, but either way, it is going to go 2-1 in the favor of LordRaphael for this game 4 in this best of 5. Is it best of 5? I'm pretty sure it's best of 5.
Yeah.
In this best of 5 series between LordRaphael and Risi123.
Let me just discuss this with these gentlemen.
Okay.
Risi has a sound bug probably. Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. All right. Well, I do believe it is just me for now. So apologies to the chat that you have to deal with me. And LordRaphael saying it was very laggy. Interesting. Okay. See, I'm getting yellow ping from LordRaphael. All right, let me check my own ping, make sure it's not me. Well, mine seems to be running all right. Okay, here. Let's see. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Alright, let's get going with this next match. Sadly, my buddy Dror had to leave because of lag concerns, and so I shall do the casting by myself. And so the third game, and this is going to be either the decisive game, in which LordRaphael moves on as probably as expected to the next round, or the surprising upset in which Risi shows that he can play at the same level. And show LordRaphael that he is capable and willing to take the crown from LordRaphael. Both players now looking for wood treasures, I would assume. Here we have 90 wood over here, and 50 wood being found by LordRaphael, which is really important for Aztec. But both Russia and Aztec are quite hungry, wood-hungry civs. This might probably end up into contention between these two, and it might be really interesting to find out who's going to get the treasure. And I think it's LordRaphael. Oh my god, that's really regrettable. Yeah, that is. And Risi has opted to resign, and in that way he has forfeited. And yeah, I don't know where the lag is coming from, but And so this series ends 3-1 in favor of LordRaphael.